And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by K1 Short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the play fake. Powell. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their efficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Powell. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win a line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 4th down, Powell. And he's able to find Diggs. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And his first look is incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Newton now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Off play action. Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, a 22. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. to throw on second down. Powell. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. Powell. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought. Down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On 2nd down, Cook to the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Powell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey. 4 down. Great. Look at it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Gun. 20. Hey.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Thomas has got it. Complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On the ball. 8. 33.
They fake the give. Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Expand. Great.
To throw again. Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey.
To the air again, Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Do something. Hey.
Play action. It's Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Newton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Off-play action. Newton over the middle, complete. That's more. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quickly.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. After the run, Newton going to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
On 3rd down, Powell. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 46 yards. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st down, Powell. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Powell. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Handoff comes to Cook, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. He's to the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run with Cook. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They get it to him running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Powell eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Flex round! Flex round!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Great. Let's rock now. Check 4. Gun. Kill. Right to the 3. Look at it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the third down pass falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable here from the 38. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling what they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Powell. Going deep for Diggs. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Powell. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The Vikings in the hurry-up. They're hustling up to the line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looks a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now a run with Cook. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got room. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Newton. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, get right down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada.